what's going on, guys? So in this video we're going to take a look at my new studio, new home office. We moved here about 2 months ago and it's been requested over and over, but the biggest reason I want to make this video is because I know that there's a lot of people that are having hardships financially, and maybe you want to become a developer and you have like this little laptop, this little slow laptop, and it seems like you're just never gonna get to where you want to be. Especially if you're just learning. But I want you guys to know that I was in that same exact position. I've been even lower than that, where I couldn't afford a laptop, where I could barely pay my rent, really struggling. And even as a kid, we always lived paycheck to paycheck. So not having financial issues is something that's very new to me. And I can tell you honestly that if I can do it, any of you guys can do it. So I want to kind of give you guys a little bit of inspiration, and just know that you could be where I'm at and much better. I'm not rich by any means. I do kind of indulge in technology, but you guys could be millionaires someday. There's nothing stopping you. Just you got to stay focused, and you can't let other things bring you down and just knock you off your game. And then another reason I want to do it is because I really love technology and I like to watch setup videos myself, so I figured why not make my own. I'm sure a lot of my subscribers and viewers like this stuff as well, and it gives you a little glimpse into where I make the content and so on. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, and let's take a look at some stuff. All right, guys, so we're going to start this tour. There's basically, there's 2 rooms up here. This is a 3rd floor studio, 3rd floor office. This is the bigger room, and then there's another smaller room, which I'll show you afterwards. And in this room, there's basically 3 workstations, as you can see. So we'll start over in this corner, which is basically the YouTube station, the recording station. This is where I do all my videos. When you guys have watched my videos since I've lived here, which has been about 2 months or so, I've done them all here. Now, I'm working with an iMac Pro, as you can see. Before that, I was using a MacBook Pro, but the fan on it would start to go off after it got hot after about 2 minutes of recording. So you could hear that in the video, so I had to upgrade, and I decided to go with the Pro version, which obviously is very expensive, but it's been well worth it because it's just a powerhouse. It renders video very quickly. It does everything very quickly, and I have no complaints. Even for the cost of it, it's paid itself off. So it does have a 5K resolution, but I do use the 4K widescreen because I need the real estate. So this is an LG 34-inch widescreen. I'll have a link to each product I show you in the description. I'm not too good with model numbers, so I might not get the model numbers right, so I will have the links. But this has enough real estate for me to do all my recording on one screen rather than multiple screens like I used to do. So basically, you can see around VS Code there's this green box, and let me just close this up. So this green box, this is where everything gets recorded. So anything in here gets recorded, anything outside of it you guys don't see. And this is where I'll put like my reference code over here, usually in Sublime Text. I use Sublime Text for the reference code because it's very fast opening, closing files. Also, I don't want to get the two confused, what I'm doing in the video and my reference code, so I like to use different editors for that. And then up here you can see I have the controls for Camtasia. Camtasia is, I love it because it's a screencaster, but it's also a pretty powerful video editor. So you can slice your video up, you can add transitions, you can add annotations, and it's very, very simple to use. It's much easier than like Adobe Premiere or something like that. And if you're just doing screencasting, you really don't need really powerful video editing software. So it's about $200 for a license, and it's something that if you want to do coding videos and stuff like that, I'd recommend. OBS Studio is also really good, and I believe it's free. So those two are what I would recommend for screencasting. Let's see, above we have what is this, the Logitech, again, bad with model numbers. I think it's the C920, something like that. It's an HD 1080p, 60 frames per second webcam, and this is what I usually use if you guys see me in like the corner, the little face cam. Pretty good quality, and it's not that expensive. I think it's somewhere between $60 and $80. And I'm just saying the price of things just so if you guys are interested. And again, it'll be in the description. Above the screen, we have the YouTube 100K subscriber plaque, which I'm very proud of. Probably the biggest accomplishment that I've done in my life. You know, aside from starting my business and so on. But I didn't graduate college. I didn't even graduate high school. I got my GED. So this is something that I can hang up on my wall and be proud of. And it's something that, you know, is very, very difficult to do. And anyone that has a YouTube channel knows that. So on the desk, we have my peripherals, just the iMac Pro Black Magic keyboard and the black mouse that comes with it, which I really like. I think is really sleek looking, and it's quiet enough to do my coding and you know, not hear all the clicks. Because I do love mechanical keyboards. You'll see I do have a bunch of mechanical keyboards, but I can't use them in my videos because they're too loud. Even though some people say they like the sound of the clicking. And then over here we have an Echo Spot, which is the Echo version that has the screen. I don't use this too much. Honestly, we have a bunch of Google Home minis around the house, and that's mostly what we use to control like the Philips Hue lights and stuff like that, and to check weather and traffic. But I do think that this looks really cool. I like how the clock looks, and you know, I'll check the weather and stuff like that on it. But other than that, I don't use it that much. I would like to get the Nest doorbell thing that shows when someone comes to your door, because I am on the 3rd floor. I can't even hear if someone knocks at my door because it's so far up. So that would be a nice thing for me to get. Over here we have the Rode NT1 microphone. So this is the 3rd microphone I've had on this channel. I started with the Blue Yeti. I apologize if I'm out of breath, guys. It's just really hot in here and I can't put the AC on because it's too loud. So I apologize for that. But this is the Rode NT1. Like I said, I've had 3 mics. I started with the Blue Yeti, which is a really popular mic for people just getting started. Then I moved to the AT, the Audio-Technica 2020, which is also a really good mic. And then this is the 3rd one I've had, which is definitely the best by far. It has really crisp sound, and it also drowns out background noise. So the traffic outside, stuff like that, it drowns it out without me having to use a compressor or having to use software to edit it out or anything like that. I just record and that's it. So this is a really, really nice microphone. I love how it looks too. I love the pop filter that it comes with. And it's not that expensive. It's only about 200 bucks. If you want the Rode arm that comes with it, it's an extra 100 bucks, and then the shock mount is about 50 or something like that. So it's about 350 altogether, but you could just get the mic for 200 and use the stand that it comes with if you want. All right, if you're thinking about starting a channel or a podcast or anything like that, this would be my recommendation. So a lot of people ask about this, and a lot of people actually think I programmed this, the subscriber count, which I did not. This is the Lametric smart clock. So it is actually a clock, and it shows like the weather, stuff like that. It's friggin' hot today. Oh, as you saw, it's 95 degrees. But it also has extra apps you can install, including the YouTube app, which shows your subscriber count. You can also install like apps for Twitter and Instagram to show your followers, and then there's a bunch of other stuff as well, which I haven't really looked into because I basically just got it for the subscriber count. I think it looks really cool, and obviously it's informative. So that's that, and then that's really all that's on this desk. You can see it's pretty clean. Cable management, pretty good. Everything is tucked under the desk nicely. So that's that. The chair that I'm using over here is a DX Racer. I don't know the exact model number. It's the same as the one over there, the black and red one that I've had for years. And DX Racer chairs, they're comfortable, and I love the way they look. I love the gamer type look, and also I think they look pretty elegant. And I wanted a black and white one for this station. So, you know, I wanted to keep this station a little more elegant. There's no RGB or anything like that. But yeah, that's the recording station. Over here we have a wireless printer, nothing special. Then we have the network and power area. So that's a CyberPower, I don't know the exact model number, but it's a CyberPower UPS. And anything that's plugged into it will still run for about an hour after the power goes out. And I mean, the time, it depends on what you plug into it. I have my iMac, my routers, and the NAS next to it plugged into it. So the NAS, the network attached storage, is a Synology. I think it's a DS212J. I've had this for a few years, and it's a 2-bay, which means it has 2 hard drives in it. I believe they're 4 terabytes each, and they're hooked up in RAID 1, I believe, which means that if one fails, I'm not going to lose my data. Now, you could hook it up in RAID 0, where you could utilize all 8 terabytes, but then again, if one fails, you lose your data because it destroys the RAID array. So, you know, if you get something like this, you should always hook it up in RAID 1 or something. There's other versions of RAID as well, where, you know, you have that data redundancy. And I'm going to get a bigger one because I do have a Linux Ubuntu server with all my movies and stuff on it, and I want to move away from the custom server and just get a bigger NAS, probably an 8-bay. And then down here we have my routers, the Comcast router in the back. I do have Gigabyte Ethernet, and then the wireless Netgear. What is this? I get the box right here. It's the Nighthawk router, because we have a lot of smart devices, and this is a 3-story apartment, so we need a lot of range, and we have a lot of devices, so I needed something stronger than just the standard Comcast router, and this seems to do the trick. I don't even need a range extender or anything like that. All right, and then behind that we have the Philips Hue bridge. So I think one bridge can hold like 50 light bulbs, Philips Hue light bulbs, which I love. They're just great. You can dim them and change colors and all that, and you can do it all from the Google Home just by, you know, speaking to it. And we have 8 bulbs, I believe, throughout the house, in bedrooms and living rooms and stuff. So yeah. And then over here on the shelves, we have some stuff here. I have some more Philips Hue stuff, like sensors and remotes, stuff like that I haven't hooked up yet. Then we get some PC building stuff like memory and a motherboard, PSU wires, fans, stuff like that. And then over there we just have some boxes with my peripherals, some of the stuff that's in my main PC, like the video cards and motherboard, PSU. I like to keep the boxes. I like the packaging, plus they have like extra adapters and stuff like that inside. Some cheap VR stuff as well. And then on the top here we have a drone. We got this, my wife just got me this. It's a vacuum for your desktop. So does it work? So I guess it's just to kind of get the dust off the desk. She knows I like things nice and neat. Keyboard cleaner, little brush, and you can get in there and get all the shit out. Then we have, oops, checkbook, we don't want that on video. So here we have a Sony HD Handycam. I've used a couple times on the channel, and I've also used a couple times for like family stuff, vacations and so on. Then we get sorry about my finger getting in the way there. Then we have a Dell Inspiron laptop, which is very old. I don't even think I have the plug, the adapter for. Some older tablets, a Nook. I don't even know if they make these anymore. These are for reading ebooks. It's supposed to be like a screen that doesn't hurt your eyes or anything. It's like reading paper. And then just some cheap Android tablets. We do have the iPads, but they're more for the family. They're downstairs. So that's it for that, for the shelf here. Over here we have the tripod. So when I do my vlog videos, I'll usually use my iPhone 10 and hook it to the tripod. You can see I have a little adapter. I don't have any really nice camera equipment because I've always done screencasts. I just started doing like vlog videos. So I'm gonna look into better video equipment, better cameras and stuff. And over here are some pictures of the family. So this was the last day in the old house, which, if you can see behind us, is a really nice view of the lake, which I really miss. Now we have, if I show you real quick, we have views of apartment buildings, which isn't as nice, but you know, that house only had 2 bedrooms, so my kids, you know, they were sharing a room, so we needed to move. Now they have their own nice big rooms. Down here we have the Blue Yeti mic and the box for the AT2020 mic, some other stuff like business crap, envelopes and pens, and you know, nothing exciting. We get some acoustic foam. So when I moved here, this room was very, very echoey when it was empty. I actually didn't even think I was going to be able to have this as my office, but once I put these up, I got the rug in, we got all the stuff in, it really minimized the echo. So, and these curtains are supposed to be soundproof and help with the echo as well. And then, like I said, it's very hot in here. I do have this portable AC, which is great. It makes the room really cool, but once you turn it off, the room gets super hot in like 5 minutes, so it doesn't last. So every time I have to record, I gotta shut it off, and it gets really hot, and it's really aggravating, but it's, you know, something I have to deal with just for the summer. All right, so over here we have the main battle station. This is what impresses most people. This is my main PC that I built about 6 months ago or so. And if we just take a quick look, this was in my last tour as well. So I'll go over it real quick. It has an Asus ROG Strix motherboard with an i9 processor, and it has two GTX 1070 graphics cards, 32 gigs of GSkill RGB RAM. There's a lot of RGB, as you can see, the Corsair fans and so on. And there's a EVGA 860 watt power supply, and there's a couple 500 gig SSD hard drives, Samsung hard drives. So it's a beast. Between this and the iMac Pro, I'm not really sure. I think that, you know, this is obviously better for like gaming and stuff, but the iMac Pro renders video a little bit quicker. But they're both just they're both a hell of a machine. And obviously I think this one looks a bit cooler. It's the Antec Evolve tempered glass and steel case as well. And then on top for peripherals, actually we'll look at the screens first. So I have three 4K LG 27-inch screens. They're on a Vivo quad stand, so this stand can actually hold in one more. If I wanted, I could put one on top, but 3 is fine, 3 monitors. At one point I had 6 1080p monitors, and I switched to three 4Ks. And if you're curious as to what is going on here, I'm working on a Django and Flask course, basically a Python for web development course, and I'm working on an API in Flask with JWT, doing my testing over here. So that's what I'm working on currently here. And basically, you know, I'll use the Mac for the recording and the professional stuff, and then I'll do my messing around over here, my experimenting, you know, playing with code and stuff like that. And it doesn't matter, Mac, Windows, Linux, I like all three, I'll use all three. So peripherals, we have the Corsair K70 mechanical keyboard, very loud. It is RGB, obviously, just like the rest of the peripherals, and they're all kind of linked together with software. The mouse is a Corsair Harpoon. The mouse pad is a Corsair, I don't know the model number, but also has the RGB strip along the side. And then we have the Corsair Void headphones and the ST100 headphone stand, if you can see that behind the mic. And the mic is an AT2020, which I'm going to replace with another Rode NT1, which you can see over there in the box. And then we also have a Stream Deck. I don't do any live streaming yet, but I do like it for the convenience of like opening up applications, starting and stopping recording software, stuff like that. And then the desk is an uplift desk. It's a 72-inch wide mechanical sit-stand desk, so you can see it has presets. If I hit the second preset, and it just goes up. So basically it goes up to a level where I'm comfortable standing at. And you can see I like to keep the cable management pretty well. It's all sleeved up, so we don't have ugly wires dangling down, stuff like that. But yeah, so I'll sit for, you know, an hour, hour and a half, stand for another 2 hours, sit, stand, and just, you know, switch it off. So yeah, I'll put that back down. It has 4 presets, but I only have the 2, the sit and stand. And you can manually change it as well if you want. And then for audio, it's just a cheap Cyber Acoustics system. I got it, I think, Best Buy, the 2 speakers and the box on the floor. Good enough for me. I don't listen to music or anything in here, so it's definitely good enough for what I need it for. And then the chair is, again, a DX Racer. It's kind of the same model as the other one. It's just all leather instead of that mesh material. And obviously it's black and red, so, but it's pretty much the same chair if you look, the shape and all that. All right, so that's that station. Over here we have an IKEA lamp. We have some more acoustic foam. I got this shelf, this glass shelf at IKEA, not really knowing what I was going to put in it. I do have all these pop figures. I'm not like a crazy collector of these things, but I will pick one or two up when I go out sometimes to like Target or something. And I figured I'd put those in there for now. And some other little trinkets down there. Some were my dad's, he passed away, so I kept some of his stuff and put them in there. This is the Linux server I was talking about. It's not hooked up right now. And again, I'm probably gonna get a bigger NAS and just put everything on that, all my movies and music and stuff like that. Over here we have some programming books, some Python books, Node.js, RESTful APIs, React book that is extremely outdated, like many books that I have. I'm not a big book person. I'd rather learn from video. And then down here we have all the Rode stuff to set up on the workstation I just showed you. We have some Alex drawers from IKEA, which holds all my tax and business stuff. A little camera keeping an eye on the place. And then this is the third station, which is the PC that I used to use before the one I just showed you. It has an i7, 2 GTX 970 graphics cards, 32 gigs of RAM, 860 watt power supply, Corsair 760T case with a nice fan controller in the front. So, you know, all black and red, just like this whole getup here. The chair, I'm not exactly sure the model number. It's a cheap chair. It was only like 60 bucks on Amazon. Two 1080p monitors. Got some red LED in the back. And the keyboard is a Corsair Strafe, red version. And a SteelSeries Rival mouse. And then we get some little red pop guys. We have this this Dragonfight's large mouse pad, keyboard pad, whatever. Extended mouse pad, I guess. Cable management, good over here as well. So I like everything like nice and tidy. And then I have these black and red pictures to kind of match this whole area here. All right, so that's pretty much it as far as this room. We have a closet that has like cables and wires and just extra microphone arms and stuff like that. Back there we have some more crates with, I don't know, all kinds of stuff, just adapters and stuff like that. So now we're gonna head over to the smaller room. And basically this is like I don't know what this is. It's just a playroom, not a kid's playroom, but my playroom. And we have some of my wife's stuff over there as well, which is all still packed up and not touched because she's a procrastinator. We have my DJ stuff here. This is a Pioneer DDJ RX controller. It's a 4-channel mixer. It has a lot of effects. It's really nice. I like it. It's not like anything really professional, but it does have a lot of features. And it's hooked up to an HP Envy laptop that's running Rekordbox for the software to control, load the music and stuff like that. And I like to mix a little bit of house music, hip-hop music, stuff like that. And then we have some speakers here. Again, I'm not sure the model number here, but I'll put these in the description. They're also Bluetooth. You can hook them up via Bluetooth as well. And then you guys might laugh at me for this, but I have all my sneakers down here. So Jordans and Air Force Ones, some Adidas back there. I'm a big sneaker person. I've always loved sneakers. I like to collect them. I have some more downstairs, which, you know, is kind of funny that I'm a 36-year-old man that still collects sneakers, but it's what I like. You know, I'm not a button-down shirt Docker guy. I'm a Jordan and Air Force One guy. So over here we have a little futon with some Traversy Media pillows, some swag, some more headphones, stuff like that. And then over here we have basically the consoles, PS4, Xbox One S, Xbox 360, Wii, and then a 43-inch smart Samsung Smart TV, 4K TV. And then over here you can see it's pretty empty. This is basically where my wife wants to set up her art desk, which is still in the box and will probably still be in the box in another year. But, you know, she thinks it'll be set up soon. So either I'll have to set it up for her or it won't get set up at all. But yeah, so that's it, guys. You can see there's a closet here, nothing in it really, just some more acoustic foam. And there's a gate here. If you're wondering why, it's because I have a son who is autistic. And if you look at these stairs, it's a very short platform. So if he comes in here, you know, while I'm working or whatever, we need a gate to keep them in here. But yeah, that's it. So hopefully you enjoyed the tour, and thanks for watching.